should we get to the last word then?
The last word.
Let's do the last word.
All right.
Word.
All right. I've been.
That was it.
Are
That
you
was the
holding
last
on?
word.
Yeah.
What's the last word?
The last word is
Ted's not listening to the podcast.
no, but he will be now.
I usually I catch them. Maybe I just don't hang in there until the last word.
Yeah.
But
We run long.
Did you dig? You've great stamina, Mark. I've heard all over.
What's my girlfriend been telling you?
So, but at the party at Synesthesia Social was Emperor Vanity, who is the true, honest to goodness, legitimate, official, authentic, bona fide emperor of the Royal Imperial Court of New York City. And he was there at Synesthesia Social, and he's the absolute excess of extravagance. And that kind of upped everybody's game there in terms of how they dressed, because they knew he was going to be there. And he very well could have shown up with a birdcage on his head. And I'm not exaggerating, because he has been known to wear a birdcage on his head with attire that goes appropriately with a birdcage on his head.
I've seen the photos. The guy's a very interesting dude.
He's really interesting and as kind as could be.
Yeah.
Just like many of the people you'll find as you'll all come to Synesthesia Social on Sundays.
Yeah. Please come check that out.
What time is it at? It's
6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
At the Old Brick.
The Old Brick Theater on 126 West Market Street in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Right next to Sterna's.
Door to Sterna's with a mysterious entrance in the rear. It's very mysterious.
All entrances
adds
in
to
the
the
rear are
mystique of it.
mysterious.
Yeah. So
Just let you know that.
Do a Netflix cleanse.
And then go.
Record The Walking Dead and watch it some other night and come to Synesthesia Social.
You'll be home in time for Downton Abbey.
Ugh, DVR it.
It's not the point about...
All right, the last goddamn word.
Yep. Let's.
Have you been holding on to this one?
No.
Should we get context before?
Yeah. Well, we did this a while back, and we talked about it a while back. So I expect this guy. I expected this guy to.
Whoa, wait, is this Will Robinson?
It's
No!
He's back. Okay.
Fuck yeah!
For those who hadn't heard, we had a troll on our site a while back that I gave a stern lashing to, and basically drove him off. And
Well, very eloquent.
Yeah. He totally deserved it. He had it coming.
But it was as polite as possible. It was
me
malice.
being extremely sarcastic.
Right.
And just pointing out the fact that this guy was being a troll and just being nasty to be nasty.
Matt LeBlanc was your master in 97. Sorry.
And this guy...
Is he listening? Oh, God, I hope he's listening. Just keep going. I don't want to... I'm fantasizing.
Well, of course. Now... back in December we had talked about this, the video of why people bash Scranton and why people talk about it, and the BBC did a thing that was basically in defense of Scranton, and very, very well done, and we had talked about it before.
BBC?
Yeah, the BBC was here in Scranton.
The British Broadcasting Network, or do you mean Baptist Bible College?
Both, yes. And they did this great video, and we got some good response just by reposting the video.
And the guy, the producer of the video or whatever is from Scranton.
He's from Scranton. Yes, exactly. That was the connection.
Of the BBC.
Yes,
there was
the British Broadcasting,
the internationally acclaimed.
Yes.
There's BBC in America.
Yes,
there
is. He's stationed in America. He does stories for BBC.
You should pick it through the streets of Scranton,
Chinatown.
Of Scranton chanting that there is BBC in Scranton.
The best.
I think 4 people would give a damn.
I would. The best weather is when it's reported by Chris. Oh, what's his name?
Yeah, he must be that good.
Fox, like Guy Fawkes, But he says the weather the best. He says Maryland instead of Maryland. I find it enjoyable. I don't know.
Matt Denzico is the guy's name, by the way, who was the
producer, the
BBC journalist.
I like watching BBC for weather.
Okay, so anyway, this guy who calls himself Bill Danger Robinson, ha ha ha, who did not like all of my comments about his name, unfortunately.
And his final comment, as far as we know, was
Hana,
right?
Just because he had to say something, because I had to just point out the fact that
was a name you called him. I thought you said as far as we know, like referring to him. That's a name. We know.
It's from now on. We'll.
No, this guy's
his name's. We know is not.
This guy's a wino.
Will Danger Robinson is totally just as good as, or even better than we know.
Yeah, yeah. So he has to comment on the video and say, racism in Scranton / Wilkes-Barre / Hazleton is about as bad as it gets in the Northeast and is just a tad less severe than your average antebellum Southern city.
Wait. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Christian Ruther's book, Dataclysm, says people in West Virginia search Google for the N-word more than any other state. What he fails to mention is that people in Northeast Pennsylvania search for the N-word even more than the folks in proud and racist West Virginia do. Now, first of all, I'd just like to say, citation, please. Where did you get this information that you know for a fact that people in this area just search for the N-word? Like, I'm not sure if racists really do that. Like, does a racist sit down and go,
no, they just
I'm
say
thinking really racist things.
Let me look them
Google
up on
the
Google.
N-word. Yeah, I'm just going to Google them over and over. Like, I love saying the word fuck. I say it all the time.
It rolls up your tongue.
Right.
It feels
but
delicious.
I can't say the last time that I just sat down and was like, I really like the word fuck. I'm just going to keep typing it in Google over and over just to see what happens. So I don't know what.
I know what happens.
I just don't get
what the fuck. So okay,
and he mentions a book too, so he really wants to sound like, hey, look, I'm a guy who reads books,
right? See, which I'm not. So
yeah. Well, he's already a step above you.
He is.
See, in his comment, he's already saying how much smarter he is than you.
Yeah, but is he saying so he thinks that okay, based on his statement, West Virginia is very racist.
Right.
Okay.
And West Virginia,
according to this book.
And West Virginia likes to Google the N-word.
Apparently.
Okay, now, Northeast PA,
yes,
which is not a state.
Yes.
The people from Northeast PA Google the N-word more than the state of West Virginia.
Or is he referring to the people per capita based on the region that he's citing?
Let's not go deep into this.
No, I need to know the numbers that he's actually dealing with here, because that's really not very fair.
So what I'm thinking is maybe like 7 people Googled it in West Virginia.
Also, fundamentally, I don't see the correlation between Googling a word and having some sort of derogatory outlook on life.
Maybe they were looking up Selma.
Or lyrics to a ridiculous song.
Yeah,
it could be that too.
Geez,
I mean, if you're painting with a pretty broad brush,
especially a rap song, I think that's practically every other word anyway. So
right,
there you go.
So
maybe they're just really big fans of rap music.
Right, could be. I'm just blown away that this guy took. I mean, this was posted back in December, so he had to dig through the site. Like he's really thinking of like, all right, I really got to be nasty and negative about something else.
Yeah, how many posts have you done since December? Hundreds.
So
he had a backlog.
Yeah,
to find something he could take a shit on.
Right. Exactly. And so of course, as any good troll does, he found it.
I don't think he's a troll.
No,
I just think he's an asshole.
I think they're one and the same.
No,
trolls are totally different. An asshole's just an asshole. He's an internet bully. Like a troll's an internet bully, just like trying to make your life difficult. This guy's trying to sound smart and superior based on nothing.
Right. Well, if you look at his,
and just because it's written in a book, that don't mean it's true either.
And all you have to do, which is
why I watch movies, which are real.
Which is great about our comment system, is we use Discuss, which all the other media sites in the area use as their comment system. So if you click on anyone's profile, you can pull up their comments
on everything.
And any other site that uses Discuss. And you could see, I mean, this guy, every couple hours is commenting on someone's site, whether it's
Has he ever seen anything positive?
I haven't found one yet. I haven't found one.
Not where it's like, good job.
Comment. Never. Well, that's the thing is
borderline optimistic.
When you think about it, everything on NEPA Scene is mostly positive. Everything. So there's really like, I mean, other than him, jumping on an artist and just saying, you suck. I mean, there's not really much you can say about any of those stories. So
which is still just
he has to find, the one like the one headline that has a negative word bashing in it and jump on that. So it of course it attracts him, like a.
So wait, when did he post this week?
Yeah, just 4 days ago.
Did you reply?
No, I didn't say anything yet because I figured we'd just bring it up on the podcast because it's just too funny not to.
Can you, as your reply, just write this, right? Just be like a real dick. So just write, greetings, Will Danger Robinson. I have read your comment. I didn't think that it would be appropriate this time to reply via message and comment board. Please stay tuned. Within the next 7 days, you will have your video response.
Okay.
And then I want to see if he'll respond to that.
Right.
So embed the YouTube link or send it to him or whatever you got to do.
Sure.
And we'll be like, and I'll just.
I don't know if he listened to the last one because I did tell. I did. I totally told him to go listen to it, and
yeah, but he didn't tell him why.
And he just kept going.
You should say, Bill.
We've been talking about you for weeks.
I think it's an ego thing. I think we need to say like, Bill, we specifically talked about you.
Right.
We're concerned.
We're concerned about your mental well-being.
You have too much negativity in your life. Right. We do not hate you. We would like to offer you an internet hug, or give us a PO box. We will send you some chocolate covered strawberries or something.
Cookies,
oatmeal raisin, chocolate chip, sugar. Don't care. I'll pay for it. We'll get him something good, just to realize that not everything in the world is shitty, and you're not and you're not a pigeon. And you don't have to shit on everything.
I feel like, maybe he thinks he's like...
Guys like him keep places like this having the opinions about themselves.
Right.
That's what pisses me off about Bill Danger Robinson.
Maybe he's like Batman. Like Batman's pretty miserable, but, he fights for justice all the time. He's a vigilante.
This guy isn't fighting for justice.
Well, but he thinks he is. That's the thing, is he's like this delusional Batman. Like, he thinks he's fighting for justice. Like, he thinks by saying this that he's making some sort of great statement that's going to change things, or that's going to like it's going to open our eyes. Like, oh man, I never knew that Northeast Pennsylvania was remotely racist. But now with your fake statistics that you made up just now, I'm so convinced of your
I'm okay.
brilliance.
I'm okay if he cites it.
Right, but
give me a bibliography, Bill.
Sure.
Just don't cite Wikipedia.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Based on, but the other thing, too, is like based on this crazy person's book, because anybody can get published now. I'm sure I could get published, and I don't know how to write. So I don't know, and the other thing, too, is like, we're working on making it available for people to call in. Sure. Bill wants to call in. We'll happily talk to him.
Yeah.
Just to hear his side. And it's like, why do you look so unjustly and unfairly at all these things and paint your hate with a paint roller and not,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just flipping through his comment history, and it's like it's just negativity upon negativity.
Nothing positive. Like, you can't find somebody like Pinterest had like a nice floral arrangement, and he never just said anything.
I mean, he's on like the Onion's AV Club, and he's saying negative shit. Like,
the Onion's not real.
Well, the AV Club is. That's like they have wait.
Like, so he's like a film guy.
I guess so. He must be.
All right. So he likes this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So
he likes movies.
So yeah, Bill likes movies. Might like comic books. Probably a fan of music.
Yeah,
maybe art.
He must like comics, or at least cartoons, because his. Which I'm weirded out that his avatar is not anything from Lost in Space. It's Spider-Man from the '60s cartoon sitting behind a desk. It's actually a very common meme where
and I knew exactly what you're talking about.
He's sitting behind the desk and there's a picture behind him of himself.
I thought it was the emoji of smiling pile of poo. I thought that's what it might have been.
No,
I don't want to call. Look,
I want to say that he's actually like a smiling piece.
I don't want to. I don't want to spend.
You're
I don't want to.
welcome.
I don't. I love the fact that everybody has an opinion, and I love the fact that we live in a country where you can have opinion. And I also love the fact that we live in a country where you can disagree with someone's opinion.
Yep.
That being said, where what Bill is doing is being negative, and I think it's unfair for us to. I mean, it's very it's.
I'm just not sure what he's talking about.
No, it's very fun to give him shit.
Right.
But he's not here to defend himself. So
sure.
I think it's kind of unfair, and I'd like to extend the invitation to have him either through correspondence via the interweb, or call in.
Yeah.
Be a guest. We'd be happy to have him on. You know what I mean? Because it's I don't want to spend I don't want to. It's not the Spanish Inquisition. I don't want to Well, why do you feel this way? Well, maybe he'll have some good points, and that he doesn't have. Maybe he's just typing real fast and can't get it all out. Maybe he needs an opportunity to just let it go.
You're very kind, Mark.
Going back to the beginning of our podcast, kindness kills you faster than a bullet.
Right.
I'll still let Bill come on.
Okay.
I'll still participate with Bill.
Fair enough.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just having a bad day or year
or life
or in any of those things, and maybe we can shine a little sunshine up his ass.
Hey, I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
I
got a flashlight.
Fair enough.
All right, so Ted, thank you so much for being on, man. We appreciate it.
And thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
Ted was drawing me as I talked, which like some people would be weirded out or intimidated by that, but I'm so used to it by now after hanging out at so many of Ted's events.
He drew us too.
He also drew them as well.
Show it to the microphone.
We'll have those drawings up on the website too for you to see.
We appreciate you taking the time, man. Even to draw and let us know. And you know what, man, I'm really jazzed about what you're doing.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
I think it's a really cool thing.
And thank you sincerely for having me on.
Sure.
And that's all she wrote. Let's go home and go to bed.
Okay. See you
everybody.
See you next time.